Alright, let's do it, you guys. Do it how they do it in the do it. My name is... Here we go. Here we go. How you doing? Bum ba-dum ba-dum bum bum ba-dum bum. Oh, green screen's not on. Hello, green screen. How you doing? I love the I love deer clap sounds. What? Fanua and Marvin. How you doing, Fanua and Marvin? Alright, I gotta get my camera filter back on. Boop. That was easy. Easiness intensifies. Alright, we're gonna do some spreader. Spreader. This is a really interesting deck, actually. Actually is. Oh, deer clubs. Is that like a cyclops? A match request. Well, I'm not taking match requests till the end of the stream. Now, you're probably gonna have to refriend me if you want that to go through. Yeah, guys. We're live, baby. We're live. This deck looks pretty good. To the removal. This is the only way of dealing with tricks. Okay. Dave, how you doing? Flames that boy. The Breloom legend. Hello, Breloom. Yeah, running like one walnut bowling just in case. Just in case we die. Hello to It's Genuine Joe's mom. How you doing? Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. It is Thanksgiving in Canada. Oh, should I do a Thanksgiving deck? Turkey Rider. Nah. I'll pass. We're running a pear. Grapes. Any of these things have to do with things? Nuts. We're running with some acorns. What the heck are these? What kind of nut is this? These things aren't nuts. These things are acorns. I don't even know what's going on. It's Nistwa, who here lives in Canada, by the way. Hi, Kimi. I hope you feel better. Kimi, man. Maybe make a spooky deck. When is Halloween, by the way? That's how out of it I am. When is Halloween? I would have no idea. When is Halloween in Canada? Because I'm sure it's completely different. It's this Wednesday? Wait a second. Heck? It's October 31st. Halloween's not for like another 3 weeks. Why is it Halloween season already? The stores are already selling costumes and stuff. People can go really all in on the Halloween stuff. This is Merca. I know October. Growing up, I never celebrated Halloween. It wasn't really a thing, because I was a nice good Jew boy. Already went 9-1. Nah. I'll switch it up. We had a politics stream yesterday, you guys. It was fun. Maybe we'll keep doing some more ones. What do you guys want me to politic up today? Mebrok. I don't know, because I don't feel like it. Fry, you offend me? Why, Stinging? Does my whole essence offend you? Bum ba dum ba dum bum bum. Alright. I think this is good. I'm not going to end up making any changes to this deck. Let's just make it into a deck list and get going. You guys. You know what I'm saying. Bum, bum. Stop winning and give me those wins.
All we're gonna do is win, and we're gonna keep winning, and you're all gonna come to me and you're gonna say, but why? I can't take it anymore. Why are we winning so much?
Man, my Donald Trump impression's rusty. I gotta work on that before Halloween. You know what I'm saying? You guys know what I'm saying, right? Anyway, Dandelion King's back. We're back, folks. People are so like, people are like, hey, are you Trump supporter or not? Like, how about, yeah, and some things I like and some things I don't. That's the way it should be if you use your brain. You're like, no, I hate everything about him. If he says a good idea, I hate that too because he said it. That's stupid. That's the stupidest thing ever. Sorry. Use your brain, use your brain. Such a great life motto. Use your brain, use your brain. Quit being a zombie. You're showing me a deer clops? Is it a Cyclops deer? Okay, gotcha. What game is that from? Or anime, or I don't even know what. Ew, Trump. Yeah, gotcha. Alright, right now we're just playing some video games. Later we're gonna talk some heavy politics. How about it, you guys? I'm not a politician. I'm a psychologist. You guys. Didn't think you were gonna stream because of the schedule? Oh. Give the kids back to the taco. You know what I'm saying. Okay, so this is gonna be Spudoo Control. Should have time for 8 games today. Why the one warm-up bowling? Just adding a little more late game. Don't starve. Yeah, have I ever tried that? If you guys want to come in for the, I mean, I'll show you what the politics, what it looked like. This was sort of it yesterday. I just didn't. I took off the green screen. Maybe I should actually make a genuine background. I kind of like floating through space like this, though. I did this yesterday from about 5:30 to 6:30. I'm gonna try to really devote the afternoon streams to talking about subjects and explaining them clearly. We were, you know. This is, again, is it mature subject matter? It's adult subject matter. I don't think it's necessarily bad for kids to hear about, you know, be educated about sexual abuse and stuff like that. And obviously not getting into any sort of details or anything like that. It's more just how to prevent it politically. But anyway, why Dandelion King? It's gonna set up. We're gonna control them and do a lot of damage with Dandelion King and set up the big finish. When you're bored, watch Fry. He's awesome. Thank you, Mega Freezer. Anyway, if you guys want, I'm gonna be doing that around 4:30 to 6:30. Sometimes I spend a few minutes first preparing, so I start a little late. But anyway, think about the children. No, I honestly think that they're. I mean, anyway, anyone with an internet connection knows what's going on nowadays. The whole Kavanaugh thing, and I don't think this is a discussion we need to shelter children from, to be honest. I think it's a very important. I think it's being taught in schools, and it's... Anyway. How you doing, Leg? Perfectly in time for the season. Do you think that Trick or Treater is useful, or is it free sparks? I like Trick or Treater. It's not very competitive. It's kind of fun. We'll do some Trick or Treater decks, don't worry. Ric Flair, how you doing? Thanks for talking up. Yeah, Dandy Grapes haven't been doing it. It really declined for a little bit. This deck's going to be a little bit weak against Trickster decks. I actually tried a match with this just before I started streaming. And, how you doing, Pally? I've tried this before I started streaming, and it did work against. I actually beat a trickster deck with it. So there's. Why does this work again? I don't know. We'll find out. Let's just get this deck list up, and I'll start. Man, my feet are cold. It's got really cold just now. I'm gonna go get some actual shoes on. Oops, no, that's not it. Spit out. Control, baby. Gonna control them up. What are we talking about? Elder Scrolls? Should you craft Thinking Cap? That should not be a card that you craft. There's so many better event cards and super rares to craft before Thinking Cap, so please don't. Yeah, I'm just wearing like these fake Crocs, and they're not keeping my feet very warm. I'm actually feel really cold. I'm gonna go get my slippers, and I'll be right back. I'll take a look at some decks after I start getting playing, let's say after the first match. And here we go, you guys. Here we go. What's going on, everybody? This is Fry. So today we are bringing back Control Spidark. And we are going to be controlling in the early game, which means remove everything your opponent plays off the field. He actually has some really good control cards. Haven't done this in a while. I mean, the Galactic Cactus can trade with any 1-cost zombie, basically, or even 2 or 3-cost zombies, because it does splash and do extra damage. The Fireweed, this is actually instead of having an environment, because it can cover up your opponent's environments. And this not only can do 3 damage for a 2-cost card, it'll even do more if it's played on the ground, because the Hot Lava will eventually destroy the zombie. It does 1 damage every turn. Really just very powerful control cards that can remove anything your opponent plays off the field and contest them. And we have Doom Shroom just in case your opponent somehow gets past your control. You can actually Doom Shroom them. So the big finish in this deck is to hit them with the Dandelion King. This will cut their health in half and set up for the big finish. And then Grapes of Wrath can either do 6 damage with its attack, or when it dies it'll do another 6 damage. And just in case we don't have enough power, we're going to run just 1 Walnut Bowling. So one idea maybe in this deck is that if we have our Grapes of Wrath on the field and the opponent has 6 or less health, and they're trying to, you know, stick little minions, make sure this thing doesn't die and do 6 damage to their face, I could invoke The power of Doom Shroom, which will destroy our own Grapes of Wrath and win. That'll be really fun. Otherwise, Doom Shroom as a card is really hard to play around. If the opponent really does get ahead, this can completely level the playing field. So, super fun. Hope you guys enjoy. Let's just get right into the first game. Right back into the game. No, I haven't played yet. Come on, Fry. Let's get right into the game. What I meant, you guys. Hi, YouTube. I love how everyone says hi, YouTube, in the chat before we're... Hello, YouTube. YouTube is bullying YouTubers? What? Why? I don't feel bullied by YouTube. They're being so nice to me. Because I'm family friendly. You uninstalled and lost all your progress? Yeah, I would love it if every person just backed up your account with EA.com or Facebook, not with Google. Because then, if you uninstall the game, you can get your data back. No Pear Paradise? It's too slow to run Pear Paradise. It's not a competitive thing. See, these are good. The Fireweed is as good as any 3-cost card, so I can definitely keep 2 Fireweeds. Am I gonna need Doom Shroom against this guy? Probably not. Oh, snap. We have the answer, just anything they'll throw at us. Can't wait to see the YouTube comments on the new talk show. Well, again, I'm not gonna really... It's not gonna be... he's commenting on, ooh, I wonder if I play this. We'll pass. There is a certain strategy, by the way, with this deck. I'm trying to talk about too many things at once. One thing at a time. First of all, this deck, besides for being a control deck, sometimes can be used as an aggro deck. For example, Galactic Cactus on 1, then you play this on 2, and you can actually get a lot of damage early on. And there's some matchups that's actually going to be very good. We'll put this on hikes. Don't want to put it on the ground so it doesn't die to its own environment. There are some matchups where that's really what we're going to want to do, try to do a lot of damage, particularly against, let's say, Trickster decks, that if we kind of stall for time and let our opponent play a lot of tricks, the Tricksters will come in and kill us. We'll actually have to try to race a little bit against that. This should be fine. Let's see what's in the box. Smelly Zombie? Ha! Called it. I'll go with the Bullseye or with... yeah, let's do this. So our opponent is playing a sort of control deck, actually, which is interesting. Usually you don't want to use these little cards. I'm actually saying, like, hey, I'm so far ahead and he's going to have a hard time dealing with all this. I'm just going to... I guess Chickening will remove both of these now. Maybe playing the Galactic Cactus was not correct there. Another one. I have a feeling it's just a Pogo. You know what? This is not how this deck is really meant to be played, but we're so far ahead in terms of tempo. Let's just try to kill this guy even before we don't even need the Dandelion King. Okay, so those 2 trade. He has 1 brain left with which to... I don't know. We're doing 7-10 damage to him. This is ridiculous. And this still is going to live for a few more turns here. Boop. And yeah. We actually have no play this turn though. Oh well. One of the problems with trying to tempo using a control deck. On the other hand, he might just despair and quit. It's the psychological warfare. Other thing I was talking about, yeah, I have been talking about some, it's actually been psychology with relationships and psychology with politics. Actually, you know, 2 sides of subjects, they hardly are trying to understand each other and are really getting into the psychology of how to actually understand everyone. What the heck is the point of that? You're doing 6 damage to my face? Really? That's your priority, huh? That costs 2. This is... I guess he'd have to block and get Infinity Clones in order to survive here. And it has to land exactly in lane 4. Okay. Okay. So far, so good. And... didn't nail it. 1-0. That went much faster than this deck typically will. So if you guys want to check that out live, I'm going to be sort of talking about the subjects. I'm going to probably make it into very informative, very concise YouTube videos explaining how to understand both sides of a controversy, of all the biggest controversies. I'm going to be focusing on those. Yes, that is possible. I know it seems impossible nowadays, but it can be done. So stay tuned. I'll probably... I'll probably put it up on YouTube. Like the talk show idea. If you guys want to join me in the discussion, I feel like it's very important to sort of sift through things and debate before stating anything conclusive. So you can join me in the second stream. That's basically what I've been doing nowadays. Doom Shroom. Alright, this looks okay. How many PvZ Heroes videos has Fry made? So if I look in my main playlist, I just uploaded a video today that was like, I number them. So the main playlist, this was video number 425. Besides for that, there are some epic moments and some other videos, PvZ Heroes videos. So I'd say we're approaching 500. Thanks, Dave. I've been trying a lot of new games and things like this, and each one has been a little problematic, so that's why I'm moving on to some real life stuff now. What is this? New video thumbnail on main is 10 out of 10. Thank you, yeah. I rarely do it, but I did upload a video. I'm gonna play this preemptively, this is interesting. I did upload a new video. Probably gonna see Nebula here, actually. Oh. I'm gonna upload I uploaded a new video right before the stream, so people are commenting on that. Frantic Bell asked me, did you hear about Wagers of War shutting down? I did actually look it up recently in the App Store, and I noticed it's not there, which was not a good sign. The video has a sound delay? Oh, wait. Does it really? I'll check that out and I'll re-upload it. Thank you for the feedback, though. Actually, this is the play. This thing seems to be annoying him. We'll actually take advantage of this 2-1 with that. Is there really a sound delay in the video then? Any idea for a low budget deck for Plant Heroes? Yeah, just go type in Fry 'em Up budget into YouTube. You'll find my budget playlist and a lot of ideas there. That happens. Let's just keep the tempo going. No need to mess around. Will I hit ultimate? Sure, why not? The season's not ending, is it? What titles can people use? I'm just gonna check out that video real quick. Make sure it's not a sound.
We still have heal.
You're right, there's a sound delay.
It's out of control. Concede already? And we're gonna die at a plank walk.
You're right, I have to make this private. Ah, oh, damn. Thank you so much for telling me that. I'm gonna have to look at that video later. I'm gonna have to re-upload it. I wonder, do you know what? I know why that happened. It's because my computer was actually full when I streamed it and it didn't record it, and I had to download it from Twitch, and then the frame rate ends up being messed up and it ends up being a sound delay. I'm gonna have to, the beginning is fine, but it gets a little bit off whack about halfway through the video, so it's a little annoying. Is he gonna deadly this? That's so annoying. You know what? Let's transformation station. Am I gonna try Magic the Gathering? I'm open to it. I'm open to a new game now, actually. I've never played Magic the Gathering. I should get into it. I think I have a beta key. Wow. It's not going to cover it now. We can actually take advantage of that if we want. Look at this. Take advantage of the Trapper territory. Thank you. Adventure time. Wow, the Forget-Me-Nut's really annoying him here. not gonna be quite lethal. I'd love if this proc the block to set up 4 more. Oh no, it's frozen. Never mind. Super. Sad that the Grave Busters, but it's kind of necessary. Francois. Dandelion King should be fine here.
Hans and Gatna, Baggy.
If you know what I'm saying. He's not gonna survive there. Eh. What could he get? Get Infinity Clouds. You guys not? It's been so long since I used Dandelion King. You guys don't even know what that is. That was my that was my obsessive compulsive habit back in set 1, just to sing that song every single time we played Dandelion King, which was frequently because it was one of the most effective finishers back then. Welcome new viewers to the channel. He's like, clip it! We've never seen that before. Yeah, don't worry. Any ideas on the next game mechanic? I have some ideas. Oh, am I gonna invest more time to game mechanics? Maybe. Have you ever played any board card game? I don't know what you mean board, but the card games, I love the original Pokemon. I wish I could stream that. Man, anyone want to play original Pokemon trading card game? I wish there was an online. I don't like the new ones with the EX Pokemon. It's stupid. But I really like. Oh, there's a Grave Buster. Nice. Guess Neptuna. I really like the new ones. Mario Kart. I have a Nintendo 64 Mario Kart. Does that count? So old school. Favorite Pokemon is Togepi. Mine is from the Game Boy game. My favorite is Kadabra. From the card game, it's Blastoise, and if it just was a doll, like a plushie, I would have to say Squirtle. My mom came in the room and heard you sing the Dandelion King song. Is that a good thing? I don't know. Mario Kart 64, I have it. It's right there. I bought a Nintendo 64 a month or 2 ago. Okay, really? I wonder what I do. Do I save this for the... I think I'm actually gonna do nothing here. Your Royal Finest. Okay, sorry. You've been very, 4K4. You've been very patient. I'll look at your deck. This is a Rose. Ramp. This looks pretty good. Didn't you show me this yesterday? You showed me this deck yesterday. I told you it's fine. You have finishers, you have decent, Snapdragon PvZ finisher, your Briar Roses are going to carry you. You have a little card draw. You showed me this yesterday, that's fine. Don't think I forgot. Okay, this is amazing. Why did he... Oh, okay. You're weird. We'll save this bit out. We could put it here and hit phase for 3. It's not worth it. Let's just control. This will be able to take out efficiently that... Oh, snap! Okay. Well, we have the pair cups to stick in here. Someone draws another card. This is some Zoo Neptuna deck. Willis. I feel like I know this guy. Snap. Terraria? I've played Terraria before. I actually have one Terraria YouTube video. Got a freaking slime staff. Don't even ask. So I think it's 3, and then spit out power in lane 1. Why not? I could go with this in lane 1. Why not? It'll also set up the pair cup next turn. And we can save. This is a very powerful card. We'll save it for next turn. Oh, snap. It's fine, though, because, again, it's still going to end up being a 4-4. It'll kill that next turn. And, yeah. You're playing Terraria right now? I was gonna make a series on Terraria. I just got burnt out of it once I hit hard mode. I finally beat that stupid wall. And I don't know, it just wasn't fun in hard mode anymore. Favorite childhood game is Pokemon trading card games. I actually have a very nice collection of fake Pokemon trading cards, don't ask. Interesting! So we could go with the Pair Cup thing. Can also go 3 and 2. Actually, this isn't bad. How about 3 and 1? And really capitalize. This is fine. Your favorite Pokemon, so yeah. Oh no! Whoops! I forgot it, you guys. You know how many people make that mistake? I use Black Hole a lot, and I always see opponents make that mistake. And then whenever they do it, I'm always like, you know what? I do that too sometimes. It's so hard to remember that this is gonna suck in team-ups. It's just, It's still fine. We're still in great shape. Now we need a Dandelion King right now. We're gonna probably finish him off with Walnut Bowling. You know, this deck does, even without Dandelion King Grapes of Wrath, just the 4s and the 3s and the 2s, you can end up doing a lot of heat. What the heck is this? What the heck is this? I really want this to be a battle cruiser. Oh, it's a Gargolin? Oh! That's what I thought. Snap. Now we're doing 8 to our opponent, setting up that Walnut Bowling finish. Do the same. Everyone does that. It's so hard to just remember about the team up thing. You think the lane's clogged. You're preparing your play like, oh, the lane's clogged, so it's fine, and then yeah. Really? Bring it on. No one even cares. Oh, he didn't even. Oh, he'll just keep this card. If he uses this card, he's an idiot. Yes. This is a 5-4. We still have 2 more turns until Walnut Bowling here. Or 1 more, I guess, after this. How you doing? Fifis! How is it going? Oh! Snap. So he can't actually draw any more cards, so the... This just protects us. We'll hit him with the walnut next turn. Let's do this right. We're actually not in... Well, if we hit him for 3 plus 6, we'll win. So he's gonna need to clog lane 2 now. Something tells me he will. Otherwise, we're taking 6 damage here. Oh, he's... Wow, it clogged with a Swabby. That's unfortunate. In fact, this dies and then... we're not... Wait! We are protected! Yes! It got saved! It got saved! Oh, that was beautiful. I love that. Oh... No, the grizzly bear got saved by the black hole. It's perfect. Oh, damn. Wait. No, it's guaranteed lethal. It's guaranteed lethal. There's nothing we can do about that. Too bad, or 2 and 1. It's Plankwalker and Wannabe Hero that got us. And freaking, where did he even get this from again? Buried treasure. Good game. Wild Taco, welcome. Stop. Right, you can't say oh without the snap. That would just be the NBA Jam thing. It'd be, oh. Wham bam, thank you ma'am. If you guys know what I'm talking about. Good old NBA Jam, damn, that was the best. Best voice lines in any video game, come on. You guys know what I'm talking about. Look it up. Give those guys an internet. We need indicators when plants and zombies are going to move. Indicators. More politics tonight. I'll hopefully. Is this gonna be on YouTube? I don't know. The decks that do well and end up having like fun content or do well, so then they make the YouTube cut. Against Rust Bolt, probably not worth it. There you go. Got it for sure. Brian's, how you doing, Brian's? Any idea for a low budget plant hero deck? Yeah, go look up. Type in Frame Up budget into YouTube. You'll find my budget playlist. You'll find plenty of plant decks there. Or you can look up my free-to-play account and see how to buy it. This should be fine. This should be fine. We're actually going to play the tempo game here, which is cool. Is there a plant that counters wannabe hero? Well, Shamrock, just a squash. And there's any removal card will cost less. Snap. So the question is, do we bury Blastus to protect the Forget-Me-Nots? I wonder what kind of deck this is. I really wonder what kind of deck this is. I think I'm just gonna go face. Umbrella Leaf on Wannabe Hero. Again, it's not Umbrella, Parasol. It's anyway. Happy Thanksgiving time and all you Canadians. Yeah, it's Thanksgiving today. In Canada. Oh. So when call me on my cell phone and Brain Vendor, I presume this is a blob deck. Boom shakalaka. You got it. You got it. Eye kick. It's probably the most famous voice line from we're talking NBA Jam now, which is also an EA game, I think. Man, back in the day. Games were made so much different. I sound so old when I say that. Games were made so much different back then. Let's go with this, actually. I don't see any reason to not make him invest a second card here. Oh, Frog vs. Hacker 2. Yeah, I'll upload that to YouTube soon. Wow, that is such a big investment of... Really? Good play. How you doing, Coco? With the squash, and that's probably not healthier. You know what I'm saying. Back in my day, you would have had this payload delivered already. You know what I'm saying. I don't know what this guy is doing, but it's not going to work against this deck. Believe you me. Is there any reason to destroy this card? Well, nah, it's not worth it. It's too valuable. I don't follow Canadian politics at all. I only follow U.S. politics. I am not a Canadian citizen. I am a U.S. citizen. This actually would have survived. I don't know what kind of deck this guy has. I don't even know. Bum 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 bum. Dunking in the air by 20 feet. This guy knows what it's all about. Okay, so this is a good opportunity for... Dandelion King's probably the best. Just taking 8 damage, I don't know. Second shot could easily get blocked here, too. So, we have 2 plays. One is this will get him down to 8, and essentially down to 4 health this turn, which basically means winning. I think we'll do that. We will potentially take 8 ourselves, but we're in extremely good shape. Was this just... This wasn't even Helicopter, this was just Copter. McKay. Damn business guy. Yep. Wow, we got that empty block. We were blocked very lucky, I think, too. I think we rolled 1, 1, and 2 there. Which is so nice. Lots of spice. Boom, chicka, 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 boom, chicka, boom. The grapes, this is the best play there. What could he possibly do? He'd have to get, like, Super Brain. No, it wouldn't. Super Brain. Oh, Super Brains beam me up. Still wouldn't save him. Oh, snap. What's the most fun card to use? Doctor Who. Captain Cucumber. Pretty fun. Molekill. Molekill's always a blast. Fig. Oh! Heal. Yeah. This guy's bad. Make it rain. Cloudy days for you. See you later. How does that song go? Bright sunny days. Oh, I'm thinking of the I Can See Clearly Now. That one. What's snap? It's just an expression saying, whoa, what happened? Oh, snap. It's just it's an interjection. Interjections, show emotions, hallelujah. How good is Forget-Me-Nuts against HG? Fine. These are so good though. Okay. Perfect. Because you just want to cover his environments. This will 2 for 1 him. Easily. Ooh, snap! Damn, we don't have an answer to that. We will get into a race. Safe Eggs made a budget deck. Take a look. OTK RAM, so it's like a ramp budget deck. You got some removal, got your stuff. This is with Solar Flare, you got a little removal. This could work. It's not going to be a super high level thing, but a high level deck. You maybe going to need a little more power. Maybe another blue ring, but this is definitely viable. Kind of like it actually. Goodbye. Have you ever put Deadly on a Fire Rooster? Yes, but it's a little hard to pull off. So you gotta, have an excuse to play the Fire Rooster, and then Deadly, and then it's gotta move. So it's not like, I guess I played Fire Rooster into Laser-Based Alpha, which I guess is a little bit more direct way of doing it. Snap! What are you doing, man? He's gonna cover this environment, so this is the play, actually. But we end up playing half the time just playing this as an aggro deck. Thank you so much, the Brian145, for that free Amazon Prime sub. Welcome to the Primally. Really appreciate it. Hello, Brian. My new friend. Brian up. Brian up. Snap. Doesn't even draw the card either. Oh, wow, what a meteor. Exactly what the doctor ordered, guys. If he plays a gravestone, we have a play. Play a gravestone. That duck was brownie. Play a gravestone. Really? Wait, that kills your Doctor Who, though. This man crazy. But that kills the... This man crazy. Okay. How could your opponent come back from this? I don't know, it's gonna need some cards. You know what? The opponent needs cards! The main thing the opponent needs is cards, and he's literally denying himself card draw here. This man crazy! Why would you kill the splash? Oh, that was bad. Go Daya. 8 to 16. I'll take it. Play a gravestone! Back in my day, Fire Rose was a piece of trash garbage. Get this weak stuff out of here. See what I did there? Got him. So we have 2 more turns until the grapes. Wow. Okay, he got cards at least. He's down to 1 health though, usually. Snap. Yeah, some lame. Oh! This procs the block. I'll take it. It's actually good here. Wait, no, this does 0? No, it does 0. It's not gonna proc anything. Oh! Snap! Now he plays the gravestones. This is the better play. This is nothing. This will be useful later. Oh, Sumo. What, he got that from the triplication. Interesting. Interesting choice. Okay. Man! Space, yeah. Yeah, I know. I run these great. The Grave Busters have not been performing very well. I guess we did get that Gargoyle the one time. Oh snap! This is another. Wow. Play a minion anywhere. Please do that. Please. I will win. Man, a couple bonus attacks could go a long way. He's running tricksters. Okay, his powers are Guy, teleportation station. He's used freeze and super. So I actually don't, as long as I don't play this in one of these lanes, Guy would actually make him win. I can actually play this card just in case. Just in case he heals. Weird consideration. That procs the block? Dandelion King procs the block on 1 health? What? What? There's no way! It does 0. Look, if he wouldn't have procced the block, it would have done 0 damage. It's not gonna kill him. What the? It procs the block with 0 damage. What the hell was that? Man, if he had Guy, he could have actually won there. That almost killed us. Dandelion King procs the block on... If he has 1 health and he doesn't block, it does not kill him. It does 0... What the hell was that? You know, if he would have gotten his Guy... I don't know if he played his Guy already. Did he play it? If he would have gotten his Imp, he would have won. He would have won the... Well, actually, no. Then our Dandelion King would have killed him. Never mind. We would have won either way. No, and then he would have played Smoke Bomb. He would have won. I can't believe it! Why not Cactus in 1? In case he would chump block it with Teleport Swabby. I don't know. It does damage, but it does 0 because it rounds down? But it does 0, so why did it proc his block then? Listen, if it doesn't actually... If it rounds down, then 0 damage shouldn't proc his block. You can't proc a person's block with 0 damage. It only, when it comes to the block meter, but it doesn't charge the block meter. Again, if we would have had an empty block meter and we play Dandelion King on 1 health, I'll just mulligan and we'll go for, we'll see what we can do here. If again, he had an empty block meter and played Dandelion 1 health. Does it do any damage? No. Does it charge his block meter? Even 1 charge? No. So if he has a full block meter, it does? That's so weird. What basically is happening is you're right. It's hitting. There's this weird. Okay, there is this weird thing with the block meter sometimes. I wonder if I play this card or if I do it just next turn. Yeah, I think next turn. But if it hits him, if something does 0 damage, it shouldn't proc the block because it didn't do any damage to him. It doesn't make sense. I wonder if that works with Undying Pharaoh. You know, it's possible that that would work, that would have some applications with Undying Pharaoh as well. What if you had Undying Pharaoh and a full block meter and 1 health? Are you able to proc his block? That would be a very similar... I'll write this down in the game mechanics. Well, maybe we'll deal with this someday. 08. That was game 5, and the heck is this, by the way? Acid rain, acid rain. Okay, game 5 and okay, Dandelion and Gladiator would be another application. In fact, if he goes and he fronts the Galactic Cactus, we can take that out with the Paracub, so that's good. If the opponent had 1 health, if you play Dandelion King, he does not die. It does 0 damage and doesn't proc his block meter. I've seen it before. It doesn't do anything. We'll Shamrock at that. Boom. Okay, come on, I'm writing it down. Dandelion King versus 1 health and full block meter procs the block. Try Dandy versus Gladiator. Pharaoh. What would save the plants? That was weird. What the heck is this? Wait. I can play any minion here and it'll just kill this thing. Wee, fun. Goodbye. See you later. You're dead. That was fun. That was crazy. Man. Are you at PvZ Heroes? You know the Hearthstone kickoff thing, and I remember the block meter. It wasn't argue, it was a parody, actually. That's the honest trailer. PvZ Heroes honest trailer is talking about. How do you send you a link to your decks? So take a screenshot with your phone. If you don't know how to do that, look it up for whatever phone you have. Upload the screenshot to Imgur, I-M-G-U-R. You can do that with an app, and put the Imgur link in the chat to the image you uploaded. Bread of the Bears, sending me a budget deck. Fun with Sun. Didn't you just send me this deck? I already rated this. Bread of the Bear. It's decent. It'll work on not the highest levels maybe, but it should work. Berry blast. Oh, you're a berry blast. Get him with the forget-me-nots. If you do 1-1, it will still perform an action, but the result will be the same. What are you talking about? Elder Scrolls Legends on this trailer, they need to fix the game. I'm actually not playing it until they fix the game, because they made a new client which is broken as hell. Complete transparency, not playing it until they fix it. Sorry, Bethesda. Snap. I have better things to invest my time into. It's like an honest trailer for this game. That's annoying. Wow, looks like we would have won. Down to 3. See if this man of Berry Blast. I don't really understand what you're saying though, Smack. Schmack me. If you do 1-1, it will still perform the action. Again, if you had an empty block meter and you play Dandelion King and he has 1 health, it does 0 damage and doesn't charge the block meter. Yet, if he has a full block meter and theoretically it would have blocked, so then it does charge the block meter. But why is it selectively charging the block meter? That's the point I don't get. Point I don't get. I think that's a bit harsh if you play the game and it's not actually fix the problems. For me, I'm not protesting. That's not the thing. It's just it's not. I'm not enjoying the experience when things are really glitchy. You know? All right, 5 minutes. Hey, if they fix things up, I'll be back. But it's like if it's taking them this long to fix their game, I don't see a lot of potential for this in the future. If that makes sense. I want to stream a winner game, not a loser game. Demonstration. Is there anything more satisfying than Berry Blast a zombie hero for lethal? Is Bungie plumbering a plant hero for lethal is the most badass way of winning this game. Easily. Okay, the only thing that beats a Bungie plumber to phase for lethal is a 6 damage wrath to phase for lethal. I think I've done that one time in 2 years of playing this game. It's so hard to pull off. Are you friends with any other YouTubers? Not really. They have little YouTuber get-togethers in Toronto. Like, they've only had one this year. I've been trying to make friends, but people are just, I don't know. I just feel like when I go to those things and I try to make friends with people, everyone's just like, no one's really, I don't know. Didn't really find anyone who seemed, who wanted to be friends, really. This cactus works. Smack. Final mission to face. Just a new one. It's satisfying. There was a 3rd grader watching you. He told me that Bungie plumber to face. I ignored him. What? To Bungie plumber to face. I ignored him. It was lethally lost. Oh. I should go to TwitchCon. That would be nice. Okay, what would I get out of going to TwitchCon? I don't know. I just feel like, well, I'm just gonna go there and it'll be a fun party, you know? I don't know. Berry Blast? Let's go with this. It's on the being a 3-2. Maybe I just pass and actually play this like a proper control deck. How about that? Is he gonna Rolling Stone this? I think he does. I'll take the Rolling Stone. If the cactus explodes and both heroes have 1 health, apparently the plant hero dies. We've even seen it once. I hear TwitchCon is fun. Over 100 friends here watching me. No, I'm talking the actual, no, I mean YouTubers, I think has the connotation of a person who runs a YouTube channel. But yes, I do really enjoy everyone here who's watching. I guess in America it's not Thanksgiving, it's a normal school day, so we don't have the numbers like yesterday. But it's nice, we have about 170 people watching here now. Interesting choice. That's fine. You don't want him camel crossing that. Playing patiently really is the way with this deck. I've been playing very aggressively. It's actually been working because Galactic Cactus and Fireweed and this is just so good, but the real way is to play it slow, just like we're doing now, and hit him with a Dandelion King for about 10. You know what? We'll be able to Doom Shroom next turn. We're not going to have much of a use. The Camel Crosses starts playing a bunch of pets. We actually kind of would like him to play it. Wow, he just had Zookeeper? What was he planning on doing there? Lunchbox? The French streamers go to TwitchCon here in Montreal. There's a TwitchCon in Montreal? I'll go to the one in Montreal. I could drive to Montreal. It's a 5-hour drive. I thought TwitchCon was only in San Francisco. You know what? I should look it up. Okay. Oh, it's a ghost. This is just gonna be a rat. It's just gonna be a rat. No. Wait, I'll look it up. I don't see it. So what are our options? Team Shroom Cactus doesn't seem so bad. We can always do this next turn. Yeah. I got rid of that video. I'm gonna have to re-upload it somehow. Sorry about that. This is I'm talking to my last video upload to YouTube ended up being glitchy. The reason is because I downloaded it from Twitch. I didn't realize it was so out of sync at the end though. I'm gonna have to try to re-upload that. I'll fix the render somehow. It's actually still here. It's so weird how this didn't render correctly.
ZMX Sports.
It's so
with
weird
balance
though,
like that.
because on Blender it did render correctly. That's so strange. How you doing, wise old noob? Welcome. That was just me checking my thing. Yes, he goes for the heal. That's a discount heal. Goodbye. Goodbye. 10 damage with the Dandelion King. I'll definitely take it. Maybe I'll make that game the highlight. Okay. So this will do 6 plus 6. I think this is just the play because it removes one of his guys. 6 plus 6 is always going to be the same. You got it, Frantic. You got it. And this removes his guy as well. That's the Dandelion King does not. Wow, rolled a 1. Super lucky. So now Grapes of Wrath, you know. Where's my Doom Shroom? Ooh, very flat. Oh. How do you say your name? Fry him up. Yes. Environments that could screw this up. Is there any way for him to move a guy? Nah. Got him. Heal? And we're 60 more. Oh, snap. Got him. Oh, right. Wish you got gems as you progress in Ultimate, yeah. It's 100% true. The best thing would be if they just took a page out of Hearthstone's book and made an actual ladder system that you compete with other people in Ultimate League to actually climb a ladder. That would be, you know, unreasonable expectations at this point. Is GOAT a good card? So you have to play correctly. If you want to look up on YouTube, just type in Frame Up GOAT and you'll be able to see a number of GOAT decks. I have Goating Viral, GOAT with in different pet decks. So you can check it out. It really is a very good card actually, particularly if you have 4 Hover Goats as well. I don't know if you're talking about regular Goat or Hover Goat, but there definitely are uses for them in pet decks and pet decks. What's the point of earning stars in Ultimate? It's just points. There's nothing. It doesn't actually give you anything. It's a nice hand. It's a nice hand. Why do you have both Rocket and Doom Shroom? It's just for a large amount of removal. I guess you're right. I don't know. What should I run instead? Poppies? Wow. The aggressive start is real. Does not work out. And our opponent is now just down a card. Down, really, the Swabby dies down 2 cards. We can actually just go 2 and then 3 if we want to. Man, we're killing it right now. Spikeweed for an environment. Again, I was originally going to run Spikeweed because it's a very good control card. But we do have the... It's so weird. Strange. We do have the Fireweeds, which are much better at controlling than Spikeweed Sector, and again, it definitely accounts for environments. Environments, you're not necessarily wanting to control the environments, it's less efficient. What you really just want to do... Ooh! Ooh! I can use Bubble and then do this next turn. Pass. What you really are looking to do is use your environments to cover your opponents, and Spikeweed does that better than Fireweed does that better than Spikeweed Sector. That was his ultimate superpower he just used on that imp. Incredible lack of... It's just disrespect is what it is. This guy's running smell. Wow, okay. I understand his modus operandi. We're going to be able to bubble the Pair Cub in order to activate it, which is nice. This Berry Blast should go right in. Wow, Shamrocket as well. What's better here? To keep the... I think keeping the Berry Blast is going to be better than keeping the Shamrocket, to be quite honest. Oh no, wait! Oh no, we can't! Oh yeah, we can still bubble, never mind. I got a little confused there. And that's fine. Wow! Okay, this is becoming embarrassing. Oh man, Dandelion King doesn't really hit here though. It's still worth it. We're just gonna... Okay, that happens. Maybe we'll just proc the block first. You know what? Screw it. This guy's weird. Can that be the highlight? Should you craft Pair Cub? Now Pair Cub is a good card to craft, but we'll just play this next turn. There's no point in wasting this. Probably play it in lane 1. There you go. That's how you proc the block. Pair Cub is a very good control card. It has a lot of uses. It's good in splash decks. It has really a lot of uses. So I would say yes. Dun, 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 dun. So this does 7. Attack of the smelly zombies! He's gonna smell me to death. What the heck was that? Come on, man. Come on, man. To the left, this has 5 health, so it's not gonna die in the thing. This has 5 health. I bubbled it. Bubble, 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 bubble. Bubble, bubble. Why would he have put the cactus in 2? Because it would have traded with it for sure. An interesting choice. Okay, I hear what you're saying. Sort of. Oh. Oh. No one. Oh, he's gonna smoke bomb the mini ninja. Watch. Why is Google Translate coming up on my screen? Hello? No, nothing. There was no text input. I didn't. Just Google Translate like, hi, I'm still here. In case you want to type something someday. I'm. Okay, well, we know how this works. We already have experience in this department. Man, if that didn't proc the block there, oh, I would have gone crazy. Okay, good deadly. Yo, dang. Google him up is right. You missed early lethal? You can't just say that without explaining it, you guys. Not how it works. Would have played Cactus and late. What, did he only have 1 health? Oh, he had 2 health. No, the cactus exploded. What are you talking about? Very confused. What? Oh, you're saying if the Dandelion King would have went later, so then it would have exploded and killed him, the Dandelion would have hit. Good point. Good point. No, he's talking about the last turn. Well, no, the cactus wouldn't have died, though. The cactus would have been against a mini ninja, which wouldn't have died. I don't think so. The missed lethal trolls. Am I 7-1 now? I think I am. Are we going to 10 games? I guess we are. These games are going much faster than expected. You know what I'm saying. Against Brainstorm, Forget-Me-Nots should be good. Snap. Falcon. We'll see. Are you sure about that? This is really good, and we'll play around the spike wing, so we'll play this on heights. This will deny his Eureka until everything he's going to want to do this turn. This causes problems. If he plays a minion, we have an answer. If he plays a gravestone, we have an answer. If he's a piece of trash garbage, we also have an answer. This weak gravestone out of here. Drone engineer. Yep. I'm smart, you guys. I know Doom Shroom? What? Where did the 1 loss come from? I don't even remember. How did we lose again? I don't remember. I'm gonna go with this. This is so weird. I'm gonna go with this. We're gonna actually set up the cactus next year. Oh! You should do an IQ test. I wouldn't mind. I took an IQ test when I was younger, and it was like a regular IQ, and my teacher was like, nah, I can't be right. I don't know. I don't believe in IQ tests, okay? IQ tests are for stupid people. I want to see what he does here. There might be a play, Galactic Cactus, Meteor, or something. I think we're gonna save it. The 1 damage is gonna proc the block anyway. I'm gonna probably Galactic Cactus next turn. Let's hit for 4, proc the block, and then do this huge play next turn. You had to take an IQ test for a job interview? What? Really? What job? What do you do for a living, Foogers? What do you think PvZ? Wild Taco? Oh, this deck's a mess, though. I'll try to absorb what you're doing here. I don't know what cards you have. It seems like you have limited resources, so I would get rid of the snowdrops. You definitely don't have enough freeze for the snowdrops. Forget about the freeze, man. You're gonna need some ways to win the game, though, some finishers, so some heavy hitters. An interesting choice. What lane are we in? Man's just booping himself. Go boop yourself. Fine. We'll hit him for 5. Piracub will end up being a 5-3. We're actually doing, including the 2 damage, we're 7 this turn. 2 cacti. If you have an excuse to use the word cacti, you gotta jump on it, man. Now we're threatening lethal. We're gonna be threatening a lot of lethal. In fact, we're gonna be threatening a lot of. He doesn't have any amphibious minions either. Lackaday. Yep, it could just be Mustache Monument Valk if it's running a Valk Sports Hybrid. If that happens. Oh snap. Show me what you got. Teleport Valkyrie. Teleport Valkyrie or Trickster is basically his only way of winning. So the correct play is actually to do this here. This is a high IQ play, guys. That's correct. I should have put the guac anyway in lane 2 though. Once I messed up and played the guac in the wrong lane. I should have, this is correct. Doesn't help. It's just a science deck. What the heck do you get this for? It's 8-1. It's a high IQ play to make up for an extremely low IQ play. Listen, I'm stupid, but I'm good at fixing my mistakes, okay? I had lethal turn before. You guys keep saying that. You know what? I'm gonna start timing out people. Just explain. Just say you had lethal turn before if you would have done this and this. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying it's like it doesn't make sense to just say that because people do make mistakes. Falsely accusing me. I feel like Kel, I won't even do that. Whoa. He explained earlier? No. I'm just spaced out. Zombot sucks, yeah. I don't know, I can't read everything that chat's saying. Like 200 people here. Snap. Snap, I'll take it. I'll definitely take it. If you protect the croc with the mine, you would have killed the croc. I have two answers to this. I kind of want to develop this one so we can get the tempo against this guy. Well, what about Doctor Who? What about Doctor Who? Alright, we'll be responsible. Miss Lethal on my cardinal again? You're too popular for him? I'm not. I'm not. Oh, you're saying there's too many people in the chat for me to read all the comments. You know. Oh, snap. Playing that control game. I'm gonna get him too. Sure. I don't know why I didn't read out your thing. But, yeah. Give me all your money. Why should I play? Oh, look what happened. You missed lethal before you even downloaded the game. Yes, Frantic Bell. Frantic Bell, long-time subscriber of Ninja. Damn, is that me? That's stupid. Come on, Fry, don't be stupid. Snap. He doesn't have any amphibious minions. That's what I thought. Oh, look what happened. Fry want a refund? You're so cute. Just lethal before it was born? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I wish I could live forever. Even though that would be stupid. Everyone here wished I could live forever. I don't want to die. Anyway. Just letting you guys into my ego issues or whatever. My god complex. I think everyone has a god complex. Oh. Oh. And oh. I even flag zombie. What's your problem, wise old noob? I said I'll play with you. Gosh. Stop being such a bitch. Yeah, hydraulic card looks nice. Bam. Wham bam. Thank you, ma'am. Wow, it's gonna end up doing 4 now. We rolled at 1. That was fortunate. Stop beeping. I know, right? Only play hothead if it will die immediately. That's just one of the rules of life. Hansingana got him. Buggy. Oh, because it didn't read it out loud. Yeah. I didn't know. He's joking, old. Old. The wise old noob is just being a wise old noob. Fry, I started watching you since you made the Turn 2 Lethal video. Interesting, love. Long time ago. He doesn't have anything that can take out an Amphibious 5-4. So, once again, 90% with an old school spit out deck. This is pretty fun. I like this. It's really cool how this deck... It's like half the games we really played Control, and half the games we just aggroed him to the Ice Age. He started Galactic Cactusing, and he like fell behind, so he front's dead, and he just hit him with the Pear Cup, he hit him with the Fireweed. Just really high attack cards in the 1, 2, 3, and 4 slots, so I'll definitely take it. Hope you guys enjoyed. That was the Spit Out Control deck. Control deck! Or just Control Deck, if you don't know how to talk English. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace. This is Fry. Oh, yeah. What did I lose to? I don't remember. Can someone remind me? Not playing on Elder Scrolls. I'll probably pick a politics topic and talk about that. I think I'm gonna put one on YouTube and wonder how dramatic I should make it, how informative. Man, there's so many things I could do with that though. The point of the video would be to explain both sides of the Kavanaugh controversy, that the two sides could actually understand where each other are coming from. I know that blows people's minds to even imagine at this point in history, but I do have a way of explaining the controversy that you can actually understand both sides of it and not just turn off your brain and shout, which is what most people do. Got Twitch to watch me? Cool. Thank you, Wild Taka. So the politics stream in about 3 hours, approximately. John Bestmate, are you okay? Hitting me with the lamps. I have to fix that stupid lamp video though. Really weird. Okay, I'll work on that. What is this? Live in America and have to listen to every day. I don't even live in America and have to listen to every day, but it's yeah. Anyway. Politics are for the weak. Gaming, that's where it's at. Got it. Wow, Dry Zuki. This is a daily challenge. Ugh. How not to play PvZ. What's the politics stream? Just yesterday I was kind of doing this stuff. Just making points, explaining them, and actually explaining the psychology behind the different views, and the biggest thing in the news, which is, it's not, I didn't even end up talking about Brett Kavanaugh directly. I ended up just talking about, Did you get the reference? I understand the lamps thing. Mr. John the Best Mate. I didn't even talking about him specifically. Just there's a much more deeper lying psychological issue in the controversy, which is how to deal with how to deal with sexual abuse, which is a big problem nowadays. Oh, weird. I don't want this to live past this turn anyway. So. Wow. Okay. You know what? We can actually move that out the way with the security cat. PK. Genau. Interesting. I like this. great. It isn't proper politics. It's just a fight. We have to bring it back from. Okay, so this actually kills the scaredy cat. Little geyser you to death. You're dead. Like that. Oh, this is fun. I'll post the spit out. It won 90%, so I'll post it eventually to YouTube. Today's Monday, either the end of this week or the beginning of next week. So. You'll get there eventually. Eventually you'll get it. Oh, you actually will kill that. Get him? Okay. Okay. Hear what you're saying. I understand your point of view here. Oh, snap. You're dead. Did I mislead them? Probably. Sweet stuff out of here. What's the worst win-loss ratio I've gotten on a deck? So again, I've tried decks and just lost a couple in a row and gave up on them. Usually if a deck just loses, you know, in the first 3, if I lose like 2 out of the first 3, I usually just quit. Usually. Typically. Smack. Oh, smack! You know what I'm saying? What was the longest? I'm just trying to think what's the longest I've ever continued playing. I don't know. I thought it was no cards. Like 0. Frickin' 0. Frickin' none, frickin' 0. It's weak garbage out of here. A sub-game with goalless to lose? How would you do that then? There's no way of killing yourself. No one will play cards. I don't think that would be fun. There was a set 5. What would the theme be? I don't know. More pirates. I have no idea. They did space. They did history. How about just like desert stuff? Oh! Snap. I used this yesterday. Got a free pack. Clock synergy. Definitely clock synergy. Depends on space, just like technology or something. Not a good deal of that too. Imp only deck. Do I think this game will be updated? I doubt it at this point, but I would love to be pleasantly surprised. Now it's time. Oh, I'll play with donator guy after this game, I guess. I have basically I have all the cards I need. I might be missing like one copy of I only have 3 Sunstrikes. I'm missing like the 4th copy of cards I'll never include in 4 copies of in a deck, you know. Does that sentence make sense? Wouldn't mind seeing some fruit. Party synergy. That'd be amazing. Amazing. Ask you to learn. It's pretty good, actually. Snap. It's interesting because he spends a card and gains a card, and I spend a card and gain a card. We spend a card and gain a card. Ooh, that's pretty good. That's a 2 cost 3/4. Unprecedented, you guys. I'll do this player on acid ray next turn. Reduces that to a 2/3. Definitely. Now what? Oh, the big commit. The big commit though. Man's got some commitment problems. In fact, I actually can't even use this. I gotta go with this one. Wow. Question is he gonna have a nibble, so we can't rely on it, huh? Pismashia? Well, reincarnation Pismashia, yeah. Definitely gets the stats. The stats. We'll use some orange spore for the second one. So evaporate's going. Ooh. I doubt Briar Rose will ever get nerfed, to be honest. Yeah, I'm still enjoying this game, okay? I feel like we're just trying a new deck. I mean, this is a new deck. It's sort of a take on a deck we did like in early 2017, so for all practical purposes, it's a new deck. We're gonna get Extinction Event to the Ice Age, watch this. To the pre-Ice Age. Nope. Is the weak power, just to make it more balanced. It seems like every hero has their ultimate, which is supposed to be the equivalent of like a 3-cost card, that's the most. And then they have 3 other powers, one's usually very good, one's about average, and one's below average. There's some ultimates like Beta Carotino's that are just not good. And there's some non-ultimates like Time to Shine, which Time to Shine is probably the best superpower overall in the whole game. Okay. Okay. What's going on? I don't even know what's going on. Oh! That's annoying. Knowing we didn't have something with 3 attack there. Maybe I should have just gone Pine Clone. I feel like I'm just gonna need the Pine Clone for the setup here. Eventually. That lives. Oh, we actually have the Pine Clone play. I'll just be this a Pine Clone. Okay, can you stop farting? Seriously. I'm gonna do it like this. Is Kitchen Sink Zombie still good? It seems good. Oh, this is annoying. 13 damage. Only has 1 card though. Let's go, Berry Blast. Let's go. Let's go. Don't give me Wild Berry. Ooh. Bigger minion would be better. Really? Really? You know, you can just block and get acid rain right now. What horrible high voltage currents. Come on. Come on, currents. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Nipple, nipple, nipple. He's probably anyway. Likely has a 50-50 of basically a 50-50 of block acid rain. Didn't get it. Come on, Sumo. See you later, pump. Shelf would have been the best. Yep. Yep. Shelf, Berry Blast. Yeah, I would. Blues Berry would have been good. Sour Grapes would have been good. Just freaking Strawberrian would have worked because we would have been able to Strawberrian either Berry Blast or Strawberrian just play Planet of the Grapes and kill him. I mean, ugh, that was rough. I'm gonna play with the Donator guy. It's a gratitude thing, you guys. Gratitude. Shelf, Bluesberry, Strawberrian, Berry Blast. I mean, Sour Grapes. This is at least 5 things off the top of my head. Good game, Pally. It was Grallian Gaming in the chat. It used to be called Pally something, so I still call him that. Really? Come on, man! Oh, yeah, I sleep. I like sleep. Night capitalism? Pretty good. Is there anyone who's actually against capitalism? How about capitalist? What is this? Oh, it's my turn. My bad. I realize it's my turn. Captain Cucumber. Is it good? Well, we never know. Yeah, it's actually a pretty good card. Been discovering how competitive it actually is in recent days. I don't know what to do here, really. What's the point of making it rain? More like capitalism, people. Why would anyone not like capitalism, though? I'm very confused. Can someone explain that to me? It's a necessary step to socialism? Do people really who say that they don't like capitalism think that we should just be communists? Like, it should be no one should keep their own, no one should be able to make a profit and everyone just... Wow! Enjoy that back in your hands. You want good starting points against capitalism? Is that what people actually mean, though? That they don't believe there should be free trade? They really want it to be just the whole world to be China? I'm very confused. Do you think China have internet, by the way? It's just really heavily censored. I don't think. We'll hit him with the molecule here. I could just hit him with the Pine Club, too. That's what I want. Time to hit him with the cheese. I could just go for this now. Let's go with this. We have we have internet. I'm so confused how it works. Is there freedom of speech in China? China's the greatest democracy. Got milled 5 times. In 5 games in a row. You must be using some kind of miracle deck. It just draws your whole deck out. People found ways around censoring in China. So anyone who's watching me from China, it means that they're using some kind of VPN. And it's illegal. It's scary. I don't know, that just scares me. Alright, time to make it rain. Time to make it splash. Oh ho ho ho! Snap! We making it rain, ladies and gentlemen. That's wait, that's yeah, that's lethal. Yep. That's gotta be lethal. BS. Sorry. That's game. This is a wow. It's gonna be 12 damage. Damn. Not everyone is paid equally in communism. You know what? I should we should. I would love to. I would love to actually know a little bit more about how it works. I think my idea of communism is just old Soviet Union, and it's not necessarily how it works in other places. I know there's a lot of people that basically think America should be that way. Those who want the top 1% to share their wealth more fairly. See, again, I don't think that I'm very confused. I know, good game tonight, wise little noob. I'll stay with you guys just for another second and play one more game just because I want to keep talking to you, but... I mean, we can talk about this afternoon, I'd be happy to, but... Look, I don't... If you would have... If people, let's say, normal, you know, the poverty, actual poverty is low, and... Poverty doesn't mean relative to the most rich person. Poverty means the person doesn't have their basic needs. They don't have their basic food, clothing, and shelter, and you know, and a job. Let's say, just a way of being self-sustaining. Poverty doesn't mean that you don't have a phone. You know what I mean? I mean, maybe it does, but not like you don't have an iPhone. You know. Anyway, I think it's unreasonable to say that. Well. The top 1% has so rich they should give their money to everyone else, because if they just lost all their money, then you'd be happier. Like, let's say the top 1%, they would just everyone would lose half their money and it wouldn't go to anyone. They would be a lot less rich. So then, see again, if you're talking about that, if you have a situation like in old France before the revolution, I'm talking about hundreds and hundreds of years ago, that everyone having the top 1% having all the wealth makes everyone poor and starving, then there should be a way to redistribute the wealth. But if that's not what's happening, the reason that they're getting so wealthy is because they're providing so many services to everyone, including to the lowest level of income in the country. So why is it a bad thing that... Just the fact that they're rich isn't bad. We're jealous of them. Oh, they're so rich, so we want them to be like, you know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be our wealth relative to what they have. It should be do we have what we need? Do we have food? Do we have a job? Do we have jobs? Do we have our basic things? It's not, wealth isn't relative. In fact, the more wealthy those people get, the more wealth there is in the country, since they're producing a lot. They're turning metal into stuff, which increases the wealth of the whole country. That's how they get so rich. It's by turning garbage into not garbage. Does that make sense? How you doing, Smiley? You're not showing on the deck list? Yeah, it's just a problem that the friend list is all glitched. All glitched out. Nurse Gargantuars? I guess they're okay. That's annoying. You can always plumber that. Listen, if all of the materials, all of the things in the United States, let's say for example, is worth, you know, is worth $1 trillion, and then you have companies that produce things. They'll take metal and turn it into iPhones, and they'll make more something out of nothing, and they end up producing it and selling it. They're, instead of the materials, let's say in the United States, worth $1 trillion, it will now be worth $2 trillion because for that same materials, they actually have more value now. That doesn't mean that it's going to make other people more poor, that they have more. They're not taking away money from other people. They're just making something. They're making more expensive items, objects out of... I'm sorry, I'm spacing out. I'm just talking here. Out of less expensive objects. It's the exploitation of workers that's pretty bad in a profit-driven economy. See, again, is the way to abolish capitalism or just to create unions, though? Because at the end of the day, if there's a great need for labor, so then the supply for labor will go. If there's more jobs, they're going to have to pay more, because then they're going to be competing for who's going to get my job. You're going to have to be giving more money and more benefits and stuff. I don't really understand the other argument. I'm not saying I understand the truth. I just don't understand the other argument. I don't understand why we can ever say that it's just because there's this upper 1%. I don't understand why them owning 1% of the country owns as much wealth as the entire bottom 50% or whatever it is. Why that's a bad thing. That actually ends up being a good thing, because then even those lower 1%, they end up with a lot more money, because there's so much more money to be had. Anyway. This will be fun. Was this stupid? Probably. Yeah, this was a mistake. If unions rages ways more and more, the economy inflates. Obviously, there has to be a balance, but I feel like that's the supply and demand actually creates that balance. Hoarding money for no good reason? Why are we to judge what they're hoarding good? They're hoarding the money and they're doing nothing good with it. I understand. Why are they now? They can do whatever they want with the money. It doesn't. Them keeping money doesn't make that other people don't have money. I really don't. Oh, that works. Oh, it works one at a time, right? If it's in two separate lanes, then they don't. Then they. Wait. I don't know how that just worked. Oh no, it's just this one survived. Okay, that makes sense. Two gas giants. Well, no, the first one took 5 damage, so it's not. Try for president. What about when CEOs are getting paid getting $1 million pay increase a year compared to 50 cents to an employee? So that's what I'm saying. Is the CEO where's the $1 million coming from? They're not taking it from anyone else. I don't understand. Let's say that $1 million didn't exist. Let's say the CEO, just delete those $1 million from the equation. Does that make it better for the employee now? I don't think it's a matter. The CEO's getting paid what he would have given to the employee. It doesn't work that way. That doesn't make sense to run a business that way. I understand there must be some, I do have a friend on the internet who's a reasonable person and a Bernie Sanders, very strong Bernie Sanders supporter. Maybe they could explain this to me, because there's something I don't understand why one person having it doesn't matter, he's billions of dollars, why that makes it worse for a different person. There's not like a set amount of money in the United States, and if some people have a lot of it, it takes away from other people. It's exactly the opposite. When people have a lot, how did they get all that money? It's because they provided some kind of service that 1 million people paid for. Which means if they're providing a service, that means they're creating something from nothing. Whether it even be retail. It could be retail, but they're providing a way to get goods to people that has a value. They're just creating more value for everyone. if rich people, top 1%, right now would have 10 times as much wealth. Just in 1 second, we're going to snap our fingers and all their bank accounts is seized by 10 times. It's not going to come away from anyone else. It's not going to be coming out of the bank accounts of anyone else. And the only way to get that rich is to create services or products. That's the only way to get rich. You can't steal, you can't get that rich by stealing unless your name is Bernie Madoff. You know, that's not how the big company, they're big corporations. They're providing a thing that people are willingly, no one's forcing you to, I want to say they're manipulating people into buying their products, but the products are really not necessary. I mean, there's a very simple solutions to that rather than abolishing capitalism. That's not capitalism's fault. You want to say that there should be more awareness in advertising. I think that's reasonable. Maybe we can talk about this afternoon. I would really love to hear the arguments against capitalism. Maybe I'll look it up a little bit. It's not literal stealing, but the profit they make is kind of stolen from the workers' payment. Why though? Again, if I make money by, let's say I own Samsung, yeah? So the way I make money is by buying metal and turning into cell phones. The metal, let's say at the beginning, costs let's say a $800 phone. Let's say it's $100 worth of materials, and I turn it into an $800 phone. And I also pay the people who make it, and I pay the shippers, and I pay all these. I'm creating a lot of jobs along the way too. So the fact that I made a big profit. Yeah, I invested, I did research, I invented this phone, and I literally turned $100 of material into $800 of material. And that's why every time I do that, I make $700, or actually after I pay all the things. Let's say I make $200 profit on every single cell phone, yeah? So every time, and I make millions of cell phones. You know how many Samsung phones are in the world? Millions, yeah? So I get $200 times a million. I'm a millionaire now. If I wouldn't have done that, there's no one. If I just decided to stay at home and not do that, I would just take a nap, yeah, and not be the guy who owns Samsung, or it's owned by a lot of people now, obviously. But not do that to the phones. No one's gonna. That's wealth that's gonna not exist. It's not gonna go to someone else. Again, Zeta, if you're saying that there needs to be underpaying employees is all supply and demand, but if the way to control employees, how much employees are being paid. I don't know what determines being underpaid, but there is certain minimum wage already. But even more than that, I think relying on minimum wage means you have a bad economy. The best way is that you're creating a lot of jobs. You're creating a lot of jobs in order that there's more jobs than people to fill them, and then you end up having to what's it called? You have to bid on employees, meaning they say, oh, I'll pay you $10. Someone says, no, I need you as an employee. I'll pay you $11 an hour. And says, no, I'll pay you $12. That's the way you raise wages. Now, the way that you can create more jobs, one is by putting sanctions on things from other countries and prevent foreign workers from coming here. I don't know why. It just sounds exactly like Donald Trump. I just don't understand the other way to do it. The way you do it is, first of all, make sure that, okay, so you want all the people in your country to be having higher paid jobs, which means you want there to be more jobs than there are people in your country, essentially. That will be the thing, supply and demand on jobs, and will actually raise wages in a free market. So then, you guys can pipe in at any time here. So there's two things. First of all, you want to make sure that there's a lot of jobs in your country, and you also want to make sure that those jobs are not being taken by people in other countries, that there's going to be competition. Only people in your country are going to be taking the jobs. That's how there's going to be more jobs than people in your country. You're not trying to increase the state of people in a different country. You're trying to help the citizens of your own country. How you doing, Hyper Ninja? The CEO board of a big company's job isn't to just to generate profit, it's to provide positive results for thousands of millions of investors. Right. That's fine. Investing is night capitalism. This all started from night capitalism. Right? So there's two things. So one is to put limits on how many foreign workers can be actually working in a country. The other one is to somehow motivate people to be producing things and creating jobs in your country rather than creating jobs in China, let's say, across seas. So the way to prevent people from putting across seas is to put sanctions on things, not sanctions, but to make it to basically tax heavier things that are created overseas. That will give people incentive to create the jobs in your country rather than on other places. And then make it worse. Amazon hoards their top directors while criminally. What's the crime though? Again, Zedar, if you're trying to say that they are really not paying their fair share in taxes, whatever that is, that would have to be determined. So then stricter tax laws. I mean, making a little bit of a change in tax laws that they're paying proportionately to what they make should be more. It does make sense that you're going to tax richer people at least somewhat higher than less wealthy people. But if you're saying that they end up paying a less of a percentage on what they make than other people because of loopholes, so fix the loopholes. It wouldn't be abolish capitalism. That's so extreme. Fix the loopholes. Go look at the taxes. See how they're getting out of it legally. Obviously, they're doing it legally, or else this guy would just go to jail. And fix that problem that they're just paying in proportion to what they're making. Again, fixing the minimum wage isn't going to help, though. Because at the end of the day, if you have a minimum wage and less jobs, you're going to have some people making more, and then a lot of people are going to be unemployed. Does that make sense? Because fixing the minimum wage isn't going to solve the unemployment problem. It's actually going to make it worse. Because if you only have a certain amount of money, people will actually hire less employees. If they have to pay each employee more, every employee is going to end up being an expense. It's going to be a liability. They're going to be looking at them. As opposed to if you didn't regulate the minimum wage to be higher, but instead you just created more want for hiring, that these CEOs really want more people working for them, they'll end up paying them more naturally. And then they would also solve the unemployment because there would be so many people. Everyone would have a job available. In Ontario, minimum wage was increased 25%, and on average, there was no job loss. So that's what I'm saying. If you could increase minimum wage, and there would be no job loss, I don't understand how that would work mathematically. Why that wouldn't create any job loss? But if you could raise minimum wage and there be no loss of jobs, I would say, yeah, go for it. Why not? I think minimum wage is important to prevent exploitation. Like, again, in France, before the French Revolution, there was no minimum wage and people really were being exploited. But that was also just because there was no demand for labor. There was almost a union between the rich people to exploit. It was like an opposite union. Some jobs were lost, but on average there was no loss. If some jobs were lost, that means the average would go down, then unemployment would raise. Those two statements are mutually exclusive. How you doing, Dogman? Most people are educated to go working for big companies rather than be entrepreneurs. If 5% of people were creating jobs rather than taking jobs, there'd be more jobs with higher wages. D. Patrick, you're saying a completely different calculation in how to is just to increase the entrepreneurial spirit in America. I know I sound like Trump again. It's just to change the culture of work for me, of going and create jobs rather than taking jobs. That would be a completely different solution. Oh, so some jobs were hurt and others were by raising minimum wage, jobs were created by raising minimum wage. You'd have to explain that to me, Zadar. I don't understand how that would lead. Why would raising minimum wage create more employment? It would increase the amount that the current employees were made. Do you want to say that the amount that people were paid was raised, even though some people lost jobs? I mean, you can look in America right now. I don't think the statistics are off. I think everyone agrees that the unemployment in America right now is the lowest it's been in a long time, in a very, very long time. And one thing, the whole thing was lower taxes for the rich. They then have more money to invest in employees, and then more people end up with jobs. It's a pretty simple equation. I don't think most people whine that people who provided good services got very wealthy. So unemployment is low quality of life. So again, if you compare, let's say, quality of life right now to 50 years ago, the poorest 5% are living like average people were living 50 years ago. Still talking about politics? Yeah, I know. Let's continue this discussion in the afternoon. Maybe I'll think of a different thing to talk to. I'd love to talk to you guys about this. Again, higher taxes for the wealthy would be better. You'd end up spending that money, so the government has that money. So they're going to end up creating services, not necessarily creating jobs. So what if we taxed the rich and created jobs from that? You know who did that? That actually solved the first depression. It would have to be government-created jobs. The problem is the government sucks at creating jobs. It's so inefficient because no one's profiting. That's the problem. It's not Dogman? Dogman. What time is the politics stream? Let's say 4:30 or about 4:30. I'll try to be on by 5, you guys. I really appreciate hearing what you guys are saying. I'm trying to understand. Listen, what would be basically what you're saying is, look, we want to give more jobs. So either we can give more money to the rich people and then they'll have an incentive to hire more people, or we'll take the money from them, basically, it's raising taxes of the rich people, and then create jobs. There will be actually more government jobs. I don't know what those jobs would be. It would be fixing highways and bridges. Who was the president who solved the first depression? It was I should have him off the top. It was Eisenhower. He that's what he did. The problem, there was a huge he inflated the wealth. It would cause inflation, actually caused the overall wealth in America to go down. Everyone knows that, but that solved the depression. Because for some reason the rich people were not creating jobs. Because they were scared. It was some fear. There was like a fear factor that created that. They weren't investing their money because they were just afraid. It was FDR. There you go. Try for president? No way. Spalty, thank you. I definitely don't consider myself a politician. I just consider myself a reasonable person, and I'm kind of more even interested in the psychology behind it. I wonder if I could get into the psychology behind the capitalism debate. I feel like I need to know the facts better, though, before getting into the psychology of it, because the facts are really what determines. Do you feel like is anyone making the argument that the quality of life has gone down since Trump became president? Like people have less stuff, people have there's less people with cars, less people with air conditioning, less people with smartphones. That sounds like a statistic that would be crazy to support. Where's the lamps video? I'll go re-upload it now. There was something wrong with it, so I'll go and I'll re-upload it now. Yeah, of course. I'm not gonna. There's two sides. I feel like there's two attitudes usually are conflicting. In terms of solving the problem, there's never just two solutions. There's always many, many solutions. I completely agree with you, DePatrick. I don't think quality goes down. There's just more controversy. Exactly. People, the controversy coming from jealousy, I could understand that. People feel bad. I mean, look, the way that we determine natural selection is through wealth. There's almost this thing that if someone is so rich, it makes me feel worse. But, you know, maybe there's a good argument to that. That would be a completely psychological argument, not a monetary argument. Because as the rich people get more rich, it actually is causing more wealth to be in the country, and everyone benefits. Not as much as the rich benefit. Everyone benefits a little bit, while they benefit a lot. A psychologist, in terms of someone who studies psychology extensively, yes. I don't have a master's in psychology. Again, immigration and women's rights and all these things are completely different subjects. They're very separate from capitalism. All right, guys. Doji? Oh, is it Dojimon? Oh, I see. Dojimon. I thought it was Doge, like a dog. That's some people cute name. They nickname their dog. They say, "Oh, look, it's a dog." That's why I figured that was how to pronounce it. Now, why don't we remove money from American election process so that the few don't have a larger say? That's a very good point, but at the end of the day, listen, would you rather have, let's say, someone you're going to elect for anything, let's say just for governor, would you rather it be a wealthy person, or would you rather it be just your buddy who is not a wealthy person? I would rather it be a wealthy person, because someone who's not someone who inherited their wealth from their father, okay? Because that person isn't going to know how to manage wealth. But if it was someone who was independently successful in terms of wealth, one of the main jobs of the government has a lot to do with managing wealth. And if a person knows how it works, they're gonna be better at the job. Every president of the United States has been a very wealthy person, definitely in the 1%, to my knowledge. Maybe there's been some exceptions over history, but maybe they weren't Donald Trump, but they were. I mean, everyone. The Clintons, they're very rich people. I mean, they released. Look how much. Just Google how much Hillary Clinton makes every single year. They have investments. They own oil. They own freaking red. They own so much stuff, and you'd want someone who is. It's almost a proof of concept that if they're good at managing wealth, you want them to have more say. There is an argument that then you'd want, people who are good at with money funding campaigns also. You can make an argument like that, because then even though they're not the ones making the decision, they're going to be influencing the decisions. Obviously, to a point. You don't want that it's just going to be, big farm is just going to, or whatever it is just going to be. It depends how much. Again, their power is a good thing. It's good to have different amounts of people have different amounts of power, but to a point. If they're just exploiting people, then it's not good. There has to be a balance. Oh, sorry. Am I still on the PvZ screen here? I am not a Democrat and not a Republican. I'm a political nonconformist. I do not sign up for any list of values. I take every single issue, try to look at it reasonably, and make a decision. Some of my views are going to say, if I would start listing off what my personal views are, some of them you're going to say, oh, you're so far left, you're so liberal. And others, you say, wow, you're so conservative. What? I don't sign up. I don't think that's, I don't think it's smart to just sign up for a thing. Like, I'm not going to agree and say, are you a Trump supporter? I don't agree with Trump on everything. Can I say I disagree with him on everything? No. Some things he says and does is great, and some things he says and does is horrible. I'm not going to sign up for a long list of things and pledge my allegiance to that. That's not a smart way of living. That's what most people do, though. You can say that generally there's a general attitude. You can say you generally adopt one of the attitudes. I don't know. I don't know. I'd say in economics maybe I'm a little bit more conservative when it comes to economy, but then when it comes to civil rights and anything to do with social politics, I'm more liberal, let's say. But there's no rule of thumb. how do you solve the problem without government? Again, it depends for what. But yeah, I would say in general, if you can solve a problem without pointing guns at people, I would say that's always the best way. I do agree with that in a general sense. I think there's a lot of problems that you need to be pointing guns at people in order to solve, you know? That's what government is to me. It's just, are we going to point guns at people and make them do a thing? Can you put an American flag in your green screen? Maybe. Get bored? With what? Alright guys, I gotta go. I don't know what that is, MX Works. Alright, let's stop and continue later on, yeah. Sounds good. How you doing, Woke Wolves? We're just leaving right now. Play PvZ, getting into the politics. Anyway. Should I raid someone else doing a political stream? You know what? I would have a hard time endorsing most people doing political streams because most people, unfortunately, are not trying to actually look at the bigger picture. They're just picking one side and angrily yelling. That's what's true, and I'm not about that. I would never, you know, I would never endorse a person who did that. So, politics versus zombies. I'll see you guys later. We'll talk a little bit more in a couple hours. I really do enjoy talking to you guys about these things, and it'll be good preparation. Maybe, you know, I should probably try to put out a YouTube video or two about this stuff and see what happens. See you later, and thank you so much, Zeta. I particularly appreciate the people who have different views than me, who are patiently explaining their side. I think that's just so. That's so good. We need so much more of that. So thank you guys, and thank you everyone for the good temperament. Really appreciate it. See you guys later. Why we didn't talk it on Discord? What? Anyway, if any of you guys wanna send me a private message about this stuff or anything, you can hit me up on Facebook. Fry 'em up. It's a good place. Send me a message though, and have a real account. No fakers, please. I'll see you next time. Oops, that was wrong. Bye bye.